We're going for twins. We're going for deep. That kind of thing. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's not one oyster that weighs 100 pounds. It's a combination of thousands of oysters. Yes. It's not like I have one massive oyster that weighs 100 pounds. That'd be a different scenario. A weight barrel. We got the barrel. Success. No. Oysters, I mean, technically they are indeterminate growers and you can get some pretty darn big oysters. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen that video that was viral a little while ago of a guy shucking a massive oyster. That was like, it looked like it was, if I had to guess, over 20 centimeters in length. I was like, how have I never heard of this huge oyster? Yeah, they don't really get that big. What was the biggest oyster in my experiment? Actually, I'll be able to give you those numbers next week when I pull the last bit of the final experiment, which was kind of testing the absolute growth limits. So I don't quite know yet, but the biggest oyster out of my previous experiment was from hinge to beak, so along the length of the oyster. The biggest one was 13.5 centimeters. And I started that from a seed size of less than 2 centimeters in length. So it grew quite a lot in about 21 weeks. Yeah. And that's what my thesis was on. Dang, a perfectly average oyster. Yes, a perfectly average oyster. All right, what island did we get? We got deep. I'll take it. We got deep. Yeah, that's part of my thesis was focusing on like expanding aquaculture industries and what makes oysters valuable on a number of levels, like economics, ecology, and all the other fun stuff that goes into that kind of ecosystem engineer and why we care about them both on a money scale and an environment scale. So I know quite a lot about that now. I know quite a lot about that. And that's pretty much what I've spent the entire past month thinking about was how to maximize all of those metrics at the same time. So one of the things I need to work on in the next week or so is cost-benefit analysis and that kind of stuff, because that's something my committee wanted me to add. So I'm doing a lot more economics research than I had intended to do. I'm doing a lot more economics research than I had intended to do in my marine biology degree. But you know what? It's all knowledge. I will take all of it. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be, indeed. One of my favorite quotes that I definitely don't overuse. Couldn't be me. I really thought I had that, and if I'm behind this plastic bit now, yes, okay, now I'm upset. There we go. I still don't have any food. I'm doing okay on wood so far, but I would like to have more food. Yeah, so I have a couple of ideas. I really want to start getting back to pumping out content this month and through December, and then that's when we'll go into full-time content creator full swing. And I'm really, really excited for that. Thanks was the Thanos was the protagonist of Infinity War, and I will die on this hill. I'm not. So the thing that really gets me about Thanos' argument is that by reducing half of everything, you're also reducing half of the valuable things that you're trying to preserve, and therefore you haven't actually fixed anything regarding to the actual problem. More sciences need to embrace some multidisciplinary ethos. Oh, absolutely. And I did, like, as you guys know, I did a joint undergrad degree in biology and music. So it's not like I'm someone who spent my entire existence just in a lab trying to think about numbers and that kind of thing. I have a music degree. I took tons of classes on religion and art history and that kind of stuff too, which is part of the reason that I was selected to do this original project that I wrote my thesis on. Because I could think about things beyond, just what the numbers said. And I'm pretty happy about that. His methodology was fundamentally flawed for sure. If you have all 6 infinity stones, why not just make infinite resources to solve the problem instead? Oh yeah. I think he had the right idea, just the wrong method. And therefore he was a villain. That's my thought. Mad scientists or mad engineers send tweet. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I talk about Eastern oysters being ecosystem engineers, which they are. They are ecosystem engineers. That's a whole thing that we think about and know about in the marine biology world is ecosystem engineering, which is an organism that fundamentally alters the environment around it. Also, I apologize. I've got like a tiny bit of a sore throat because part of what happens with my immune system is that when I get really, really stressed, there's about a couple of days of grace period after I get really, really stressed, and then I start to get sick because my body's like, hey, you've been really stressed for a while. Maybe don't do that anymore. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, so we're just going to go through, we're going to harvest sand and clay. We're not going to be able to get the full 26 off of this island, but we are going to get really, really close, and we're going to get more than enough to do for a smelter, which is what we really want. And that way, no matter what island we encounter next, we can almost certainly get our second smelter as well. And that will help. Tweaking birth rates would have worked too without breaking physics. This is also true. Read a short story where the evil mad genius was stopped because the good guy's sidekick started geeking out about the amazing inventions after being kidnapped. Nice. Was really funny. I honestly valid. I appreciate that. Same thing happens to me, also kind of sick after a couple stressful weeks. Yeah, I think it's just like the normal, your immune system is working overtime to try and keep you going while the adrenaline is there. And then after the adrenaline goes away, your body's like, okay, breathe a little bit. I'm also going to quickly do this so I can see what I've got. Yeah, it's a good time. I'm mostly just proud that, we made it through this part at the very least. Oh, Vex is playing Dave the Diver. Never would have guessed. I see you, Vex. You can't hide from me. I'm going to take this metal here just so that we have it on hand. Stress makes things go badly. Who'd have thunk? I know. Unfounded theory here. Never would have guessed that stress makes things worse. So at the very least, we need 14 each sand and clay. Again, I'm going to keep going until we get a lot more than that because that way we get a better chance of succeeding at our second island as well. Gonna grab the sand. Just slightly vary the electron force so all atoms become slightly larger. That would nicely expand the size of the Earth. Oh, that would expand the size of everything by so much. It's really hard to get people, like, this is even something I was trying to introduce the topic of on my oyster thesis, was that, a single Eastern oyster adult can filter 4 gallons of water a day. And that's 4 gallons of water a day, which doesn't sound like a whole lot until you realize that oyster reefs are millions and millions of oysters at once. So if each one of those adults is filtering up to 4 gallons of water a day, think about how much water you're going through. It's a lot. It's a lot. Which is part of the reason we can use oysters to improve localized water quality. Yay! Again, not that I've ever thought about any of this before, in any regard. Clearly. Yeah, it's a thing. And while we're at it, the strong nuclear force. Yes, strong nuclear force is important. Ooh, double bolt. Is today going to be the day of blessed RNG? We'll find out. Although the Out Loud fairies might come get me for what I just said, so who knows. I also need to make another hook so I can continue getting all of this fun stuff. I'm going to need to make at least one more trip for air, so we'll make the hook as we do that. Do this, get the deep, dark, deep down stuff. Oyster friends are best friends. I don't know that I agree with that statement, but I appreciate the sentiment. After my seminar, someone asked me what the taste of the oysters was like that I was growing. And I had to be like, well, I personally think oysters are gross because I do. I do think oysters are gross. I don't know why people eat them. And that got a laugh out of my audience, which was good. I mean, it's always good when you can make your audience laugh at a scientific seminar. But also, I do think oysters are gross. Because guess what? Oysters are gross. Also, because, I think this is true of most biologists, but the more you know about an organism, the less likely you are to think that, oh, that would be tasty to eat. Because you know about everything that organism does, And some things that organisms do are not pretty. They're not desirable. All right, we're just grabbing all of this. How am I doing on scrap? I can stand to grab a couple more. So I'll do that as we go. Again, we're just trying to set ourselves up for long-term success here, getting all of the stuff we need for both smelters as fast as we possibly can. Or like I said, we're not going to be able to get the full 26. Oysters are slimy. I like shrimp. Shrimp are also good. I also like shrimp. They're also a good protein source overall. One of the bits that my thesis also focused on was the fact that oysters, and blue protein, are kind of the new metric, and because oysters contribute to the ecosystem rather than detract from it, we can use oyster farming as a method of sustainable protein farming that's better for the environment, especially compared to finfish farming and terrestrial game farming. I have all the numbers to back this up. Because again, it went into my master's thesis that I'm nearly done with. I can't say I'm completely done with it because it won't be completely done until it's submitted and approved by the college. But generally speaking, I'm done with my master's thesis. Seafood in general makes me feel sick. Something about the smell, and I'm just, that's fair. That's fair. Seafood can be a little gross. I appreciate that answer, I do think seafood can be pretty gnarly. All right, let's get back to our raft. We've got what we mostly came for. I'm pretty close. I just need 4 more clay and 2 more sand to get us up to the level that we require to make our secondary smelter. So I'm going to make 7 bricks exactly so that I know precisely what I need. And we'll stack these so that I can get those up to 12. Like so. We're going to need another hook, so we may as well make that. We'll make our research table as well so that we can get that out of the way. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay. And I don't really have a good source of food right now, so that's something to be aware of. Let's go. Let's get this. Ooh, I want that, but you know what I see? I see 2 islands. That's sunken. We're going to ignore sunken. We're going to go for pillar instead because pillar has better food and has more, whatchamacallit. And it has a loot crate versus sunken does not, and that way I can get all of my bricks down at the same time. Hopefully we get somewhat decent RNG. I'm going to do something a bit interesting here. I know I'm running super low on food. I'm going to try and get enough to make a shark bait here. Because I've got the 1 watermelon, which should get me over to pillar, which has 2 pineapples and 2 watermelons on it. Got a mackerel, which is good for food. Bad for what we actually need. I want that barrel, so the next fish I catch fits within time. Come on, fish. Got another mackerel. See, all these mackerels are great for when I need food. They're bad for right now when I'm trying to get stuff for shark bait. Double rope, not bad. Let's eat this. We can also be a human net as we are doing this to try and maximize our production of everything, of course. 3 mackerels in a row. Again, great for when I need food, bad for right now when I'm trying to get enough for this. We might have to eat one of the mackerel raw. That's okay. First herring, fantastic. And pomfret, let's go. That'll give us our shark bait. Perfect. I'm going to eat this raw. Yes, that takes my thirst, but it should allow me to do this. Get that down in the water. Wait for Jeremiah to aggro on it fully. There we go. Here we go. I'm going to quickly grab this barrel in the hope for more things. And then we got a potato. Love me a potato. We'll eat it if we absolutely have to, but we shouldn't have to. Let's get over here. Get ourselves nice and close. Gosh darn it. I hate it when it does that. Get all of this going ASAP. I also need a couple more copper. I need 5 more copper to get radio tower. I would like to have slightly more than that if possible, but if it's not, I'm not going to focus on it quite yet because we've got another island to get to. So then we're just going to let our raft float on past, do what it needs to do. Get up here. Let's see, double watermelon, fantastic, and double pineapple. Quickly throw out what we know we don't need so that that stays out of the way. Grab that. Bad crate, unlucky. And now we can swap out our rope for our pineapples, which are a better food source. Quickly grab the rest of the sand and the clay that we need. Which I think that fills me up on sand. If I'm not mistaken, it does, so I only need clay right now. And it's just a matter of me making sure that I don't miss any, because I'm bad at this island. Grab the copper. Fantastic. Grab the seaweed as we go as well. Here we go. Copper, or clay. That's good. Keep grabbing these bad boys. How am I doing on scrap? Should probably make a couple more, or grab a couple more. This one's because it's right here. That brings me back up to a full stack. Because the more scrap I have, the less I have to worry about it, and that's nice for us. Okay. So with that, we should be good to get back to our raft really fast. I want this copper, because again, that brings me up to the 14 that I absolutely need here. We've got our 7 seaweed. That's fantastic. And I'll take this one for the next thing. Okay. We're good. And we can eat that. We'll make ourselves a grill as well, so that we can start cooking our food down when we get back to the raft. We got to make up our wet bricks here, so that we can also plop these down. That's important. Come on. Back to the raft. Unstuck. Perfect. And then we line these down the middle so that Jeremiah doesn't come eat them, because he's going to want to. There's a low chance of him aggroing on one of those pieces. And, oh, that's tower. I would love to go to tower. Don't have the fish to do so right now. Okay, so let's put this right here. Jeremiah's going to do that. If I had been a little faster, I probably could have used that opportunity, but I didn't. Let's see if I can be fast enough to get over to that island now. My fish is cooking, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, that's a pomfret. Let's go. Because if I can get over there and get that extra crate, maybe we'll get a bolt and a hinge, and also it allows me to pick up some other stuff without wasting any more of my time. And we got a herring. Fantastic. Okay. So my fish is still cooking. I don't have any other source of food, so we're just going to go for watermelons. While we do that, we'll get out our shark bait. And we'll make our shark bait over here. Let Jeremiah do his little thing. See how he aggroes on that? Fantastic. We're free and clear. Let's go. And if I have to, I can eat more watermelon, but we've also got those fish going. So we should be okay. Excuse me. I believe in us. Believe in the me that believes in you. We're going to be slightly behind on our smelter split here, but I think it'll be okay. I think we're still set up for a decent radio tower at this rate. Okay, there we go. Down to 1 watermelon, but it's okay because I'm about to pick up 2 more. Like so. And, oh, I want those. I do not want these. Are you kidding me? My jump button didn't work at just that moment. Because of course it didn't. I don't know when you randomly drop an input right at the crucial moment. Okay. There we go. And that's what we like to see, double hinge. So I only need 2 bolts at this point in time. We like that for us. We like that for us a lot. Okay, let's get rid of that. Keep these going. Again, I've got a couple of minutes here where I can afford to grab some stuff like more scrap and a couple extra copper as well. It's a sad time when jump doesn't jump. I know. Especially when I think it does it just to spite me sometimes. Not gonna lie. Okay, so running around here, we're gonna get a couple extra copper. And handle that kind of situation. Grab a couple extra scrap as well, because we know that that's important to our long-term success, which we care about. While we are waiting on our bricks to dry back on our raft. So technically, this will bring me up to the required amount of copper that I absolutely need. And that's our minimum copper requirement there. That being said, I know that there's more copper on this island. We're probably not going to go for it because I don't want to waste too much time. And also, we're getting to the point where I need to get back to my raft to be ready to get the bricks when they go. Honestly, some timings have got to be intentional. Too many times I'm on a roll in a game and then input just says no. Sometimes I think our computers troll us a little bit, you know, just for funsies. I think they get bored and they're like, haha, what if we just didn't do that? Which, rude, but also valid, I guess. Okay, so over here. And then let's go down. Get that up so that we don't reduce our speed too much. Grab this last bit of copper as our bonus copper. And then some extra metal to keep us safe and going. Nice. I want to pick up extra metal when I have the opportunity, but, you know, it's not the biggest focus for me right now. So now we just need to unstuck back to the raft, get rid of the rock. We don't need that where we're going. I've got some nice nails ready to go. In the meantime, you know, we're going to get up to that nice required number that we have to have. So we got 2 bolts, 2 hinges, not bad at all. We have a rocket home. We do. Also, I'm running low on plastic, so that's going to be our next important metric. Our fish is going to be done cooking for us, so I'm not worried about my hunger right now. Unstuck. Let's go. Get these bricks up. Get our research table down. And then we need this, 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 and this. Learn. Perfect. And then we come in here and do that twice. Okay. Take the research table back because it's in our way, and that is our double smelter split. Not bad. Okay, let's get our copper going. And from there, we repair this. Eat the fish that we got. And start cooking the next fish. All right. All cherry candy tastes like cough syrup. Candy makers should just retire the flavor. I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't necessarily love cherry flavored things. Then again, I also have weird food allergies, so I can't eat a ton of like processed foods regardless. How many rocks do you need to toss at a shark to get one to stop eating? 8 or so in normal? Ain't nobody got time for that. It's a lot of rocks. I think you need to deal a certain amount of damage to him is how it technically works. And a rock does 5 damage. I can't remember what the threshold for damages is, although I suppose if it takes 4 spear hits to get him off, the spear does the same amount of, it does twice the damage, so it would take 8 rocks, yeah, in normal. That's how you know I played this game for too long. Okay, so from here, we're mostly just working on getting all of the resources we need to finish up the rest of the stuff. And trying to tend to these smelters, keep them going as fast as possible. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it over to split over there to grab that crate, which is okay. Again, in an ideal world, I would never be smelting any metal. That being said, in hard, that's kind of difficult to achieve. Just purely due to the way that you need to constantly upkeep your food and that kind of stuff at the same time. So I need about 3 or 4 stacks of plastic here. The more plastic I get, the better off we will be. And that's more or less what I'm focusing on right now, is just getting that sheer amount of plastic that we require. I would love to be able to make it over to split. I don't know if I'm good enough to do so without dying a grim and horrible death. Is there even enough time to throw that many rocks? I mean, technically, you don't have to charge rocks throws at all, so you could just spam it. So I suppose you technically could, but again, it's not like it's the most efficient method for dealing with your problems. And this comes first. Get that down and continue hooking in plastic. What am I doing in plastic? We finally got over a stack. That's good. I'll take that. But I need a couple things. But it is kind of funny. Yes. Maybe eventually we'll do a can you kill every animal in the game with only rocks run. That sounds like fun. Actually, it doesn't sound like fun, but I think it sounds like good content. That doesn't sound like fun, especially with Mama Bear. How many rocks? Okay. Mama Bear has 750 health. And a rock does 5 damage. Someone do that math. How many rocks would you need to collect to kill Mama Bear? $150. Okay. Fun for us, not for you. Exactly. And that's the best kind of content. So... See, the part of me that really wants this to be a good run wants to go for that island. The part of me that knows that I will perish does not want to go for that island. I do not have the resources to go, like, make a shark bait for it right now. There goes those 2. What did I drop? A plank. I'm out of room for plank, apparently. I also do need to make a water filter at some point, but I don't want to waste any of my plastic until I have to, because we need a lot of plastic. And the purifier requires that, too. Maybe just smaller mobs, then it'd still be an interesting video. That's fair. I got it, Rich. You want to add that to the content ideas tab for me? Because, like, my brain isn't that big. I can't store all of the information that I run past in a day. I whiffed that one completely. I don't want to talk about it. Also, because plastic is great, so we can make paddles. I love paddles. They're great. We love paddles. Paddle gang. And I could do... Ooh, do I have enough resources to make a bed and do a smelt skip here when it turns nighttime? I think I do. I think I do, and I like that idea for me. Okay, here we go. Just trying to casually work on all of this at the same time. As one does. Okay. Triangles, because triangles don't obey the laws of physics, as we know. Nice. And there's another island coming up there. Looks like Boulder. All my homies hate Boulder, so we don't care about trying to get to that island at all. This Boulder is the worst island to have ever existed, ever. In my completely unbiased and objectively true opinion. I don't know what just got yeeted. I think it was a decoration package. Which, honestly, eh. Nice. Okay, so we got those platforms down. Love that for us. These are still going. Just trying to make sure that we keep that going. Keep it chugging at all times. We can take this, plop it right here. We can move that back slightly once we get our antenna down. I want to get all of these down. Fantastic. Jeremiah's going to take that. No worries. We got a brand new smelt cycle, so what I'm going to do really fast is I'm going to come up here, make a bed, because I have enough resources to do so, and I'm going to skip the night, which will skip the smelt cycle for me. And that way I can effectively double that time really fast. Okay, so that is the last amount of copper that I need to smelt for right now. So then we need to switch into our vine goo pretty rapidly. I am starting to die of food and hunger, but that's okay, because I have stuff ready to go. Nice. And that way this still all works out for me, and I got a bonus smelt cycle without adding any extra time. We love that. That's Melon Hill. Melon Hill does have a crate. How am I doing on the plastic of it all? Just under 2 stacks. Let's research that. I don't have any Vangu to research quite yet, but that'll be done. And this. And this. Learn all of this fun stuff so it's out of the way. Okay. We've got this. I believe. Give me a minor heart attack while sleeping while starving. Ah, it's fine. There's a 2-pronged reason that we need to go to Melon Hill. One is for food and water, and one is for the actual resources that Melon Hill has. Because I'm trying to avoid making a water purifier until I absolutely have to. Well, apparently my thing is connecting to chat. We're back in chat now. Let's go. I'm probably going to have to make a paddle here to get myself close enough to guarantee that I can get to the island. Maybe we'll be close enough. Maybe we'll be close enough. Then we can make this work. How am I doing on scrap? I'm good on scrap. Thank goodness. Just trying to keep an eye on everything so we can get through this as fast as possible. Plus wood is good for us to have for later in the run. I think we'll be close enough to Melon Hill that I can probably do it without a paddle. I think so. Although I still might want to paddle just a tiny bit closer to avoid the risk of perishing. Because that risk is real and bad for us here. Okay, what can I get rid of? Decoration package. It's got to go. I would love to keep it, see if we get a bathtub, but at the end of the day, certain things are more important, and one of those things is vine goo. How we doing? Not great. Get rid of the rocks. Make a paddle instead. Navigation, paddle, let's go. Take that. Over the weekend, I watched you guys stream their first Raft play. How did I make 2 paddles? I didn't do that, did I? I didn't think I made 2 paddles. Over the weekend, I watched you guys stream their first Raft playthrough. Was older? Huh? It was so funny to see them shift from needing planks to needing scrap to metal to finally needing titanium. That's good. It means they actually progress through the game. Okay, and this is part of the reason I wanted to get over here, was to get more water. Okay, wait until we're not slow, then we go. Get on top of the landmass so that Jeremiah doesn't see me. Well, he'll see me regardless, but that way I can get the melons that I so desire. We just replaced our vine goo. I don't care about the watermelon seeds. That's all fine. And I do not have any room in my inventory, apparently. I would like that pineapple back, so that I can just immediately eat it. Okay, and then the crate is over here. I just want to make sure that Jeremiah is not going to come consume my body while I do this. All right, grab this. Fingers crossed. That's fantastic. You see that crate? You see that crate? Oh yeah, baby. That's what we like to see. That's a great crate. Okay. Back to the raft. Let's go. So that means we officially have everything as soon as we get that last bit of seaweed. We need 1 more seaweed, but we should be good to go on everything else. Okay, we're just waiting on the unstuck here. Oh yeah, that was a great crate. Love that for us. Raft needs more updates. I agree. I mean, I would love more Raft updates. Of course I would. Hey, come on. Let me back. Let me back. I need this. Unstuck. Yes. Get that. Okay, we're about a minute behind time right now. That's not bad at all. Just trust me. Jeremiah can take that. That's fine. That's for him. Okay, let's get this researched. Like so. Take that back. Get rid of the rock. It's a constant battle to get rid of the rocks. Okay, circuit board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough for the 6th one because that's the vine goo we're currently waiting on. Let's get our antenna down. Especially because I didn't build up this one yet. Okay, close enough. Love that. Bet. And then... That's good. Get this over here. And this over here. And then this... right there. And 1 battery. Fantastic. That is receiver on. Just need to make a sail. Whoo, we did it. We did it. That is not bad at all. Okay, let's get this cooking. Okay, yeah, so I do need a sail for this run, which means that that has to go there. No worries. I put my sail right here, and then we point it basically this way. That'll give us the trajectory we need. Okay. I can also do some paddles in the meantime, since I apparently made an extra paddle that I didn't need. Whoopsies. In the meantime, we start melting down our metal. And our research table goes over here. Try and keep our inventory as clean as we possibly can. Do that. Potato should be done any second here. Nice. That's really what we like to see. That works out well for us. And then we got a pretty close radio tower spawn. It is not in the ideal direction, but that's okay. Awesome. So let's take this, move it up to a safe space so that we no longer have to worry about it, get it out of the way, and also it's out of the footpath. Just makes my life easier in the long run. Okay, more potato. More potato is the answer. And then we just start helping paddle towards radio tower. We've got this. I know it looks like we're behind time right now. We're really on par with time with the way Raft RNG works. So this is not bad at all. I'm pretty content with this. And as we go, I'll just continue to cycle through my metal here, get that smelting. Been sailing all weekend just to get rare small islands. No luck. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, we gotta go around pillar here. It happens. I mean, I have quite a track record with getting rare islands during speedruns. That being said, it's not usually my intent. Five of the same tiki head. Yeah, that happens. I think on when I was doing my achievement playthrough, I had, well, my thing was Man and Moon. I got so many of my dev paintings were frickin' Man and Moon, and I'm not over it to this day. There's a reason I have a Man and Moon emote. And it's not because I think Man and Moon is the best dev painting. Let's just say that. Was tempted to do save trick. Yeah, I mean, it's a valid technique, I think. Yeah, I think Man and Moon would just... I don't remember how many Man and Moon I had by the end of my achievement run, but it was too many. It was too many to be normal or acceptable at that point. Okay, that's our next round of metal done. Success. Keep those going. And we just want to keep paddling towards radio tower. We care more about gathering resources after we get our engine down. Took me 240 hours till I found my first rare island. Then I found the second one an hour later in the same run. Nice! I mean, I've had runs where I literally get 2 plane crash islands in the same speed run. We also have a mandatory rule here that if I get a rare island, I have to go to it. It doesn't matter if it's going to make me lose time. If it's a rare island, we go. That's just how this goes. That's just part of the game. I found the boat one this run. Way back in early access, I found the plane one. Both are cool. Wait, really? You can get 2 of the same rare island? Yep. Rare islands just have a percentage chance to spawn every time you spawn in a new small island. So, yeah, you can absolutely get multiple. And we need to repair that. Nice. It's absolutely a thing. Okay. Just keep going, going, going. Just keep going. Not doing too bad in terms of resources right now. I'm pretty okay with how we're shaping up. Just gotta make it all the way through. I've been cooking my potatoes as we go. Try and make that easier on ourselves as we continue. Because again, we really care about gathering more resources after we've gotten our engine. Until then, we're just trying to speed to the point where we can get the engine, and then all of my energy will go into gathering resources again. This is kind of our balancing act for right now. How close are we? About 800. Okay, so we're like halfway-ish there. Not bad. Not bad. We can do this. I'm low on wood, though, so I do need to hook in some more wood, at least to make another paddle. Plus, getting some of these barrels would be nice, because they might give me more food that I can cook. I'm still okay on water for the time being. So I'm not super worried about that quite yet. But it is coming when we need to start worrying about water. As of right now, my watermelons are doing their job. They're doing what they need to do. And I want that barrel right there. Good timing. My paddle's out. And my hook is out. Hook comes first. Always. And this. Let's go. And more potatoes and whatnot for my consumption, which is fantastic. The more of those we have, the better off we are. All right, another paddle. When in doubt, more paddles. More paddles is the solution. And from here, we're just trying to get to that radio tower as fast as we can. Again, we're going to be slightly over time, but I really do think we're going to make up our lost times here. I think we're on a good overall trajectory. No matter what the leaderboard says. Or what my pastime says. Keep in mind, we're also comparing to normal difficulty. That's my current normal PB, I think. So the fact that we're staying so close to it is good for us right now. We've got about 6 minutes of leeway on the final time. All right, let's eat this just to make sure that we don't perish. Same with the potato. Consume the potato. And we should be about, I would say, 400 meters out right now or so. Yes, I'm comparing to normal right now. I'm comparing to, I always compare to my own times rather than current world records because I like to see how I'm doing against myself. So these are all, this is my normal times that we're comparing to right now. There's a radio tower, you see it? So now we're just in a hard race to get there. And then same with cruise ship, we just go straight over. Eagle Eye, oh, believe me, I've done this enough that I know how, like, I know all of the silhouettes of the islands. Raft holds no surprises for me anymore. And I do have enough to make one more paddle. No, let me pick up the plastic. Good. And Jeremiah took both these safety pieces back here, so I'm going to put them back, which does set us back in our plastic a little bit, but it's okay. Because all we need to do is get straight ahead of us, basically, at this point. And then as soon as we do that, if I can get 2 more plastic-ish. Let's see, that's 1. Nice. Do that, and eat our beet that we just made. Yep, then I just need a little bit more resources so I can make the last paddle to get us to the radio tower here. Which we can do hopefully like this. Get all of these as they kind of float by us. Okay, that plank did not want to hook on. That's okay. We make this work. Eat that really fast. Come on, I just need one more plastic in my line here. I love the dead chunks that happen here. I'm one plastic short of being able to make that. One plastic and one plank short. But it's okay. We're making our way downtown. Rafting fast, and we're homebound. Should get nice and close here. Just gotta get on the radio tower. There comes Jeremiah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use that opportunity to try and get out in front of him. We're gonna get all the way over to the radio tower here. Mess it up just barely. Okay. There we go. And all the way around town. I like to do this part in first person because I think it's easier. We still have some food and water on us, but I can come in here, grab that one. Background. Oh, goodness. This is when the fact that I'm out of practice is really going to be in full visual detail. We like it better in first person too. Solid. Okay, not the best radio tower I've ever done, but it's fine. Nope, I didn't make it. Okay. Again, I am so out of practice, but it's okay. Hello, Raft. I'm gonna float below us. There we go. That's that. Okay, that's our radio tower split, which isn't bad. And then we just come over here, drop down in here, grab this crate as well. And we drop through here. That one's just a note. I know it looks like a briefcase. It's not. It's lying to you. Okay, and finally down through here. You can also pick up some bonus scrap just to make sure that we've got enough of that. Fantastic. And that finishes off radio tower for us. We are now on our way to cruise ship. I'm going to swim over here and get up. And we can get rid of these recipes. We have no use for them. Our code is 9875. 9875. The run is blessed. The run is blessed. Did you guys see what the first decoration package was? Did you see what the first decoration package was? We have to. The run has been blessed. The run has been blessed. We're doing it. 9, 8, or frick. I'm too excited. 7, 5. Okay, and it's ahead of us. Let's go. Let's go. The run has been blessed. It's bathtub time. We got the bathtub. The only thing that matters. All right, and I'm finally going to go ahead and make a purifier because we're going in the direction of the wind, which means I will still paddle because it will help, but overall it's less important than it would be. Okay. I can't believe we got the paddle. That's the only thing that I care about. Does this mean you'll arrive slightly less smelly? Oh, yeah. I think that there's nothing better than the intimidation tactic of floating in towards Olaf on a bathtub. I think that's iconic, personally. All right, and here we go. I'm going to eat my last bit of watermelon and my baked potato here. And then I need my cup. I can do that, get that going. Okay. Then I just need more stuff to make more paddles, repair my raft, that kind of fun stuff. But again, the important thing, we got the bathtub. The potato needs another plank. It does. I didn't have any. I do now. So there we go. Then we'll do that. Raft is back in full shape. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Bathtub is the way to go. I don't care about it. We can get rid of all the rest of the decoration packages. Nothing else matters. We got the bathtub. I don't have to keep opening them. All that matters is bathtub. And I have one more potato to cook. Hi, Jeremiah. Have a decoration package. Consider it a gift. Man. This run has been blessed. Blessed by the RNGesus. For we have been gifted a bathtub. Wait, I saw that. I saw that green. You gonna give it to me? There we go. And another barrel. Let's go. I'm so happy. I care about nothing beyond my bathtub. Again, I just gotta get enough plastic to make another paddle here. Then we are well on our way towards cruise ship. I believe in us. I believe. And we got more food to cook. Oh yeah. This run has been smiled upon. My prayers have been answered. No roller coaster of emotion with every package. Such hope, such disappointment. I know. The very first decoration package this run, the blessed bathtub, it comes to us. The bathtub of our dreams. And I think I have enough planks and leaves to make first ramp. Yeah, I pretty much do if I just keep doing what I'm doing. And now I should have enough plastic to make paddles to get us towards cruise ship. Woo! Yeah, it's pretty much that way. Okay, let's go. It's time, baby. Imagine if you captured Jeremiah in the bathtub. Unfortunately, although Jeremiah can attack you in the bathtub if the wave action has messed up enough that it thinks the bottom level of your raft is partially submerged, Jeremiah will attack you in a bathtub if you're down there. But Jeremiah himself cannot get stuck in a bathtub, which is sad. I've tried this. I've tried it in a level where I removed all of the water and then like had a floating raft with just the bathtub as the available water. It still didn't work. It was a good time. I've done a lot of weird things in this game. But again, we got the bathtub. The bathtub is all that matters. The bathtub is the only thing that is important. Bathtub. Jeremiah would suffocate in a bathtub because Jeremiah would not be able to swim to oxygenate his gills. So that is also true. Jeremiah would perish in a bathtub. All of these things are objectively true, including the fact that we care about the bathtub. Alright, and Jeremiah took this from me again. That's okay. I really don't care. We'll do that just to get those out of our way. Take our beet and replace it with our potato. And then we can yeet these because we no longer need them because our needs have been fulfilled. Alright, and then do that. Just keep ourselves nice and healthy. I'm gonna do it on plastic. Good enough for another paddle, which is what we like to see. And these are both done, which is fantastic. And it means I can do this and clear out that bit of my inventory all the way. And it also means what I can do as soon as those next copper are finished smelting is make the circuit board required for the engine, which is what I actually want to do with that. Again, excuse me. All right, I want that crate because that crate could give me the rest of the food that I need to make it through cruise ship here. I'll grab this. How far out are we? About 1,200 meters, not bad. Of course, I would like to be closer. Jeremiah's going to take that, but we're just going to keep cruising on. I think that split in between cruise ship and Balboa is where we're going to see that big difference. Or even Caravan Town. I think that's when... Because my split between Caravan Town and Tangaroa is flat wrong, apparently, and I didn't overwrite my save, so that's okay. But I think we'll still be good. I think we'll still be good here. We're going to see if this has what I need. It should. It should. And I also need to make my 3 fortified foundations, so I need Jeremiah to take either side. It doesn't matter which one he takes, I just need him to take one. And I need to get a bit more plastic to make sure that I can make and fortify those foundations. So I would like more trash to start spawning, please. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. There we go. Ooh, look, a scientist. That's me. I'm a scientist. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that that part is done, you know. I'm glad the stress of it is over. But more importantly, I'm proud of what I did and the work that I did. And that's good. I think we should all take pride in our work. I grab all of these. Again, just trying to make sure that I can work with what I've got. Get all of this continuously going. Then I need... Okay, so I need to start working on fortifying my engine platform. So we're going to do that right away. I do not have any nails apparently, but that's easy to fix. Or we're just going to do this. Get this nice and fortified so that way, you know, we can destroy that if need be. I have the rocks for it. I just don't want to spend the wood. I need to get more plastic to make sure that I can make the engine as soon as it becomes available to me. Jeremiah, that is not what I'm looking for. Pour redeemed tea. Cheers, friend. How's it going, Poro? How you doing? All right, so how far out are we from cruise ship? 800, not bad at all. Just gonna try and get all of this as much as we can. That should be the end of that hook. Yes, hook always comes first. Good, just lurking. Nice. You are welcome to continue to lurk. Here we go. Okay, grab these. Just trying to get what we can. And that. Not my cooked potato. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. And I can, again, get rid of these because I no longer need them because we got the bathtub. Okay, still about 800 meters out from the cruise ship, which is fine. Just need to get there. We just need to get there. If I can get myself a little bit more plastic, that'll make my life easier. Solid. Because we want that engine down. We want it to work. And of course, having more wood means that I can keep my engine fueled for longer in addition to the wood that I need to do Caravan Town. Which again, we'll worry more about collecting those resources as we are traveling between the two destinations. Whoopsies. It's okay, we didn't perish. We did not perish. This is the end goal. Grab that. Murals are great because they can give us food as well, which a lot of these have not been, but oftentimes they will. They're feeling generous. Solid. So we grab all these. Grab a little bit more plastic. And then make another paddle. So as long as I get like 3 more or 2 more plastic before we reach the cruise ship, I will have enough to make the engine platform. Assuming Jeremiah continues to behave and do what he's supposed to do by eating this right here. Which again is what he's supposed to do. Doesn't mean it's what he's gonna do because it's Jeremiah we're talking about, but still. I'm gonna try and not repair some of the other ones and see if that'll make him more likely to destroy the one I want him to destroy. Because I don't want him to destroy this foundation. I really want him to destroy this one. Okay. And we're mostly just working on getting close. I'm going to be a couple of minutes behind again, but that'll be fine. We're going to catch it up. I believe. I believe. Cruise ship should be coming in here any second now. We should be nice and close to it. Whoops. And then again, yeet. Take that. Cross it out with this. And water as well. Okay, keep that nice and healthy. Yeah, we should be nice and close. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. We got this. I believe. Believe in the me that believes in you. Can I hit this? Can I hit this? Survey says, yes, I can. Let's go. I don't want to have to make an axe to destroy this and refortify it myself, but I will if I need to. I will if I need to. We'll see what the next one he destroys is. That'll help us determine what we need to do. Because he should just come take this. I don't want to have to fortify both, is the thing. Because that's just an extra piece of metal that I don't have. And he's eating the other one. Because of course he is. Why are you like this, Jeremiah? Why are you like this? Are you just going to intentionally do exactly what I don't want you to do? Just to be rude about it? Because I will make an axe. I will do this. I didn't want to have to, but you know. You forced my hand. Okay. Now we have our engine platform that we were originally going for. It's fine. Everything's fine. And there goes the rest of my engine. That's okay. We can use this time to gather this, make sure that I have enough food for this part of the run, and then enough water as well, because that'll be where the engine goes. Just gotta make sure our research table is nice and accessible, and that I've researched that. Get rid of all of this. Nice. And I will take this last crate. Like so. Okay. And here we go. Always working on making sure that Jeremiah is not going to have an easy time getting to me. Here we go. It's cruise ship time, baby. This location goes by pretty darn fast. Mostly because it's a pretty easy location to do, in my opinion. As soon as you, like, understand what the camera does and how it works. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to run over here because I'm not quite sure of my current metal count. So we're going to take that just to make our lives easier. Guarantee that we have more than enough. Fantastic. We got this door open from the downside. So we're going to go over here. There we go. And that should be our last rat bite of the run. So we should be good from here on out to get back up here. Get back into first person because it's a little bit easier. And grab all of this. That's our code. Grab the blueprints. Drop the blueprints on the recipes because we don't like those. And instead take... I'll eat that. I'll take this. I'll drink that. Not a great food drop this time around, but it's okay. Jump into the water and get back to our raft, which should be out this side over here. Gonna run along the edge, make sure that Jeremiah can't attack me, because at this point in my health, if he attacks me, I will die. Not grabbing the chest on the roof takes too much time for what it offers. So it's not worth it. Okay, and then what do I not have? Researched metal ingot. Perfect. Okay, so then we go engine and steering wheel. Perfect. Steering wheel goes here. Jeremiah's gonna take that, which he can do. We're going to try and get ourselves out of here if we can. And engine, which we are currently stuck. So I need to come in here and make another paddle if I can. Darn it. My raft is a little bit stuck. Let's see if we can make this work for us. We can. Haha, see if I can't force it enough. Perfect. And just get this going, get us out of here. Remove the sail, we no longer need that. And then our code, split, thank you. 1279. 1279. Perfect. And we're headed straight towards it. It's pretty easy to predict because Balboa will always spawn against the direction of the wind, so. Alrighty. There we go. That is Balboa done. Or not. We're on our way to Balboa, I should say. Yes, that is true. However, it's not. There are cases in which he will aggro on it anyways because it's technically reducing it to a less than 1% chance. It's not a guarantee. Believe me, I know quite a lot about how the game mechanics work in Raft. Alright, So that's good. We are going to keep our smelter there. And now we just work on gathering enough resources to make the ramp. Yield ramp of goodness that goes up to Caravan Town. So from here, I don't have any wood, so that's really what the limiting factor is. Also because I need to keep enough wood to keep my engine fueled. Unfortunately, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one smelter so that it's not in the way and not asking for planks, and I'm less likely to accidentally give it planks that I need for other things. Come on, Jeremiah. Why you gotta be like that? And I think I have exactly one spare piece of metal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and we're gonna fortify it. So I've got more than enough spare. So he should pretty much always attack this piece right here, and if I just make sure that that stays present, that should help us reduce our time and energy that goes into maintaining our raft, which will be quite helpful in the long run. All right, so let's do this. How am I doing? Okay, next step for things that seem weird but will help us in the long run is making a chest. This will be yield chest of leaves and planks because that will help me keep in mind exactly how much of it I need. And I have the extra hinges for it. There's nothing else that I need bolts or hinges for in the rest of this run. Okay, I somehow threaded the needle on both of those. Love that for me. So I need about 2-ish stacks of wood here to get up to the correct level for Caravan Town, which we are currently working towards. So as long as I can maintain that and get going, we should be okay. And that's good. Fill with salt water. And I still have my lovely fishing rod if we decide that we are in such dire need of food that I need to fish a little bit more for tilapia and mackerel. I shouldn't need any more shark bait at this point because there's no point in me going to any more small islands because there's nothing else I can need from them. I'm keeping my glass just in the off chance that we get enough to make an advanced purifier, which can happen, and that can reduce my wood cost. But I'm not going to go out of my way and collect wood actively or collect sand to smelt into glass actively. Let me back up, please. Thank you. And then planks also go in here. Because again, I need about 2 stacks of wood to make this work. I need a bit more to keep my engines going. And then as soon as I get all of this done, that's when we really get to start to go ham. And I will be making a bathtub. Thank you very much for playing. Because the bathtub is essential and I cannot be convinced otherwise. And any bonus plastic we have will just get used to make paddles later on in the run. Because we like paddles. In fact, we like paddles quite a lot. I do not have any more food, so I probably should do a little bit of fishing here. I'm doing pretty okay, unless this barrel up here gives me a potato or something to cook, in which case then I'll ignore it for now. And it did not. Okay, so I do need to fish a little bit, which is fine. I can still continue to pick up some that's close to my raft, like so. It's just a little bit slower. I'm going to dump everything I currently have into my engine if it'll let me. It will not while I'm fishing. Good to know. Okay, I'm going to dump everything I have into my engine, make sure that that stays active as much as we can possibly keep it active. Having our engine ready to go is pretty important because it's adding to our passive speed of our raft. So we want to make sure that that is on our side at all times. That's good. Keep this going. I can never remember what you can and can't do while fishing. That's because what you can and can't do while fishing is never consistent. So that's not a you problem. That's a game problem. Because this game is weird. Who'da thunk? We got away for a long time without making a purifier in this run, which is nice for me. Again, mostly looking for wood here. As soon as I get up to that double stack with 3 stacks of leaves, I'm going to go ahead and make my Caravan Town ramp so that it's out of the way. Oh. And we'll get back up here. Like I said, Jeremiah is going to try and take this piece every time because of the way his aggro works. So we're just going to abuse that for our own benefit. And this. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to try and get things a little bit cleaner so we can get what we need to get. I'm going to throw out my extra smelter. We know I don't need it anymore. It's just taking up room that I don't need. Okay. We're close, but not quite at the place that I would like to be. And more food is always good. I will happily take more food. Fantastic. Because in grand total, we need about 13 or so stacks of leaves and about 8 or so stacks of planks to make our ramp. So that's really what I'm looking for here, is trying to get close to those numbers. So I need about 6 or so stacks of planks after we make this rank. I also am a hoarder, but see, he's going to take this piece, but then after that, he'll ignore that entire area. So we're just going to leave that, let him take it. And also in a speed run, you don't have time to be caring about what's in your inventory that you don't need anymore. You just got to get rid of it. Learn to let things go. Okay. And then do that. Keep that running. Nice. Okay, so we officially have everything that we need to draw or to make up the first bit of the ramp. So I'm going to take 3 stacks of leaves and 2 stacks of planks. That goes into the first level of the ramp. 1, 2. There's no point in counting this because I actually got the exact materials to build this up 20 tall. See? That's exactly 20. That makes our lives nice and easy. It means the rest of the planks that I get, especially right now, you see how we're going against the current. That needs to go in there. And do that. So I need to get another stack of planks here, get our engine back to full fuel here. Perfect. That can all just keep going. And then keep my potatoes as well. The last copper I have is for a bonus battery in case we need it, which actually, speaking of which, I'm going to do this because that'll just, it's ready. We have it. Get rid of that. Don't need those. Don't need those. Doesn't matter that they're on my raft. They will despawn and go bye-bye, which is what we need from them. I don't have to maintain them. Okay. So I'm hungry, which means I'm going to eat my beets. I'm going to put all of the planks that I just collected back into my engine because we need to make sure that that keeps going forward. Can I collect both? Yes, I can. Oh, Balboa just spawned. That's what that was. So I like to make sure that I have my ramp for Caravan before Balboa, just to make sure that I've got plenty of time and distance to not worry about it. We're going to just slightly back towards Balboa here. My trajectory wasn't perfect, but that's okay. I'm also going to try and fish up just a little bit more here. Make sure that I have more than enough food for the road. Because Balboa is a big island, we want to make sure that we are ready to tackle it. All right, come on. There's Balboa right there. You'll love to see it. Pomfret's about as valuable as the potato, so I'm not losing out on anything by putting the potato down instead of the pomfret. There we go. All right, and that's the end of our fishing rod as well. Perfect. Because between the next couple of story islands, there's nothing else we really need to add to the ramp after Caravan Town until we get to Temperance. Or not Temperance, Utopia. So until that point, we're in a pretty good state with our ramp, and I can just work on gathering the resources as we progress through the rest of the game, which will not be bad. It looks like we're going to do a nighttime Balboa. Those are always kind of fun, kind of festive. I'm also going to take my sail and put it back down on my raft because we are going to use this as kind of an anchor. I'm going to turn off my engine. We don't need to properly anchor or anything, but this will help keep myself organized and ready. All right. Now we can get this down so I've got food ready for me when I come back. Drink our water. Do that. Okay. So we're working on all this. I want to get myself nice and close to Balboa so that when I jump off that ramp, Jeremiah doesn't immediately come running for me and I don't die, because that would be bad for a number of reasons. So until we get there, we're just kind of waiting a little bit. Nice and good here. We're thriving. Making our way downtown. Walking fast. We're homebound. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do. Boo-doo-doo. First time going to Balboa for me, there was a huge storm going on. It was a nightmare going around the staging area. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Balboa is kind of a weird island sometimes. All right, and then all of this is going to go straight into here. Again, trying to keep that engine as fueled as possible because it is what is my lifeblood here. A little bit more zest on this. Use that last thing here. All right, and so from here, I'm going to turn off my engine and lower my sail, but point it against the wind. Like so that it functions kind of like an anchor. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't really care. It's just to allow me to not have to use an anchor or waste any of my time on this. We want to get all the way up onto the landmass of Balboa proper. Perfect. I've got 1 potato and 2 raw fish to my name. Love that for me. There goes my raft. We got 30 seconds on the unstuck here. Come on, game. Let me up. Let me up. We're waiting on that unstuck. There it goes. What the? Not again. Not this. Not this. I hate it. Gosh darn it. Well, that's a time loss. Well, that's gonna take a full minute off my time because I have to I have to redo my unstuck here. Because that's Balboa right there. And it's faster to wait the 30 seconds. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It's the second time that's happened to me in a run that's going pretty darn well. That's so frustrating. We're still going to be ahead of time. Like, this will be fine. It's not the end of the run or anything like that, but gosh darn it. Okay. One more time. Let's try. Big oof, indeed. The biggest of oofs. Come on, let me unstuck. But for realsies this time. If we end up missing the world record by like 1 or 2 minutes, and we'll be pissed because that means that this cost the run. Okay, let's go. We've got this. What happened there? It unstuck me to the wrong island. Because sometimes the game doesn't quite understand exactly what landmass you're on, so it'll put you on the closest landmass. And sometimes it just gets it wrong. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. And then all the way back down and fully in. What the? Okay. I thought Mama Bear was going to come all the way in. And I was going to be like, that is illegal. And I'm about to run out of hunger, so we're going to do that. Okay. We'll see if this works. I'm a little nervous given what just happened, but we're going to full sprint for it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There's no way I make this. Oh, I do make it. I do make it. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Don't get stuck on a tiny ledge now. Okay, let's go. Let's go all the way. We just gotta get up. I've got my hook. Gonna eat my raw potato. Then we just gotta get over here. First try. Fantastic. We gotta get at least above half health before we make the next big jump. Which I think we will. We should have more than enough time to regen that, but you never know. Okay, up here. That's one tower. Do. All the way around town. We gotta go for cave next, which means machete. All these little things. Blue Clucker. Not the most exciting of all time. Just gonna do this preemptively. Eat the watermelon also as we run to do that. Make sure that our hunger and thirst stay up at a reasonable level. Also, we are above the half health mark, which is good because it means I can survive the big eat. We like being able to survive the big eat. Okay. All the way up and around town. This way next. This is why we keep watermelons on us. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take these for desperation food. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, that's the end of the machete. Don't need that anymore. It's turning daytime. Makes it nice and easy to see up from here. All the way around town. Even further. Back here. Sup, Johnny? How's it going? And out. That's 2 towers. And then it's time for the big yeet that everyone knows and loves. Just gonna make sure that we do this. And big yeet. Fantastic. Keep the machete out just in case. All the way around town. Plus, there we go. Okay. I don't see the bear cycle. That means bear's probably over here. We're just going to do our little confusion metric. We're okay. We escape. All the way around. Okay. Up we go. Up we go. Even further. Skyrim horse. Gets us up here. And all the way up the 3rd tower. There we go. And that's time on Balboa. Ooh, okay, we're officially ahead of time for right now. Let's see if we can keep that trend going. Just gonna quickly tap the sides as we go down so we don't take fall damage. Go around here. And take that. That's fantastic food for us. I will happily take that. Thank you very much. Off the side so we can unstuck back to the raft. Like so. All right. Our code is 1279. Or nope. It is 4578. 4578. 4578. Alrighty. Alrighty, we got this. We have got this. Four, 5, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. We can close that, turn this back on, and go. Because we know we need to, not that you can go bye-bye. Yeet ourselves over this way. Just keep spinning, spinning, spinning. Just keep spinning. All right, and then we've got about 3,000 meters of travel distance in which we can work on gathering enough resources to finish out the next stage of the ramp. So that's what we're doing. And that's the vibe. And looks like Jeremiah took a few pieces of our raft. That's okay. Obviously, it's not ideal, but really the only thing that matters at this point in time is this. And that will always stay because it's fortified, and that piece is just there for bonus, I guess. So let's go. Next couple of planks I get are going into making a new hook. And from there, we move onwards with our lives. So we're back on track. We are officially ahead of time again. Despite that freaking mishap with the unstuck. I hate it when it does that. It's so frustrating. And like I said, next 2 planks go directly into making my next hook. And then that goes into repairing this. And then from there, it's really just trying to get those stacks we need. So currently my ramp is 20 tall, and that takes 2 stacks of planks and 3 stacks of leaves. I need it to be 80 tall, which means I need to do that 3 more times. So that is, 6 more stacks of leaves, or 9 more stacks of leaves, and 6 more stacks of planks. And that's what we're doing. That's what we are slowly working on. I hadn't seen that before. Very frustrating indeed. It's only happened to me twice in runs, and it's also always been Balboa. So I don't know what it is about Balboa that causes that to happen, but there's something about Balboa that causes that to happen, and it's infuriating. Especially when your run is going really well, and then, gosh darn it, that happens. Okay, I know you can get up on the engine. Just let me do it. So, it's just one of those things. Work is sucking my life away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Calvin. Jeremiah, do you really have to do that right now? Is there nothing better you can be doing with your time? It's fine. Let's just do this. Make sure that our raft stays nice and pristine. Then I need water. Apparently I do not have water, so we'll fix that. Water doesn't take very long at all, so I'm not worried or anything. We're going to just make sure this is good to go. We didn't get any biofuels, so that's okay. Just do this. Achievement unlocked. Master's Mastery. We did it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy it's done. Well, it's not done again. It's not fully completed until I submit it to the college and they accept it, but I've done the hard part, which was the defense and the seminar. So with those done, we're most of the way there. And I am proud of that. Plus, with any luck, we'll set a new world record today, and then it'll be a new world record. Set by a Master of Science, which is me. So yeah, my degree is technically a Master of Science, but those of us who are in the marine biology program joke about it being Master of Seas. Because it's an MS degree. So ours is Master of Seas. Master of the Ocean. It's a good time. Again, I'm proud of it. I think it'll go well. And even better if we set a new world record today, too. Even better. Riz is one of the many people that I've practiced on, and I appreciate that greatly. It got a lot better the more I practiced it, which is, the way things go. Practice makes perfect and all that. Indeed. And I appreciate it. Thank you. So let's see. Like I said, I need 9 more stacks of leaves and 6 more stacks of planks to be in this chest. So far, we have none of that. So that's what we're working on as we continue. But we have several story islands worth of time to collect those things that we need. So I'm not worried about it. It's just helpful to have on hand. Whoop. And we do also have the bathtub unlocked. So clearly this run has been blessed. The bathtub is with us. And it's just a matter of hooking in everything that we need. Getting those 6 stacks of planks. 9 stacks of leaves. Plus a few bonus to make it up for the 5. And that's not hard at all. Oh, there's something on my hook, so it's not letting me reel it in. A single leaf. It was such a crisp and clear presentation. Loved it. Oh, thanks. It went through many edits after you saw it, but, I'm still proud of how it came out and that kind of stuff. Nick watched it. Nick watched the actual final seminar, which was lovely. I felt very honored. My seminar was very well attended, and I felt very loved by my colleagues and my friends. And my lab mate is defending his thesis on Friday, so we get to do the same thing for him. And I'm excited for him as well. Also in oysters. There are so many of us who are finishing out, who have done what we set out to do, and finishing these various products. Okay, one more hook. Or not one more hook. We're going to need a lot more than one more hook, but still. One more hook for now. How far are we? 2,000 meters? Yeah, there's quite a travel distance between Caravan Town and Balboa, which does give us plenty of time to work on this, getting these ramp materials down and ready. And that's nice, but it's also quite a distance to travel. But I want to make sure that I've got all of these materials nice and ready to go so that by the time they become necessary, they're already available to us and we don't have to think about it. And also I can keep dumping more planks into the engine, make sure that those stay active, because that will continue to be really important. Oh, I didn't realize that my inventory was full and I'm no longer collecting leaves. That would have been good to pay attention to that I didn't pay attention to. So let's just make sure we've got space for leaves in here. I'll also work on that. Whoopsies. Helps to also not fall off your raft repeatedly, which that part I'm not so good at. Jeremiah. Okay, at least it's a sacrificial foundation. As long as it's a sacrificial foundation, it's more okay. It's not okay, but it's more okay. Because I don't have enough metal to fully fortify my raft, so we just kind of got to make do with it being mostly fortified. The good news is gathering tons of leaves is pretty darn easy because of the fact that they come in those little groups of 3. Well, it is a tiny raft. Mine is huge and I still fall off. This is true. Did you ever finish Raft, Grizz? Did you ever do like the last boss fight or anything? Because if not, we should do that sometime. Alright, we're up to the 5th stack marker. Let's go. I finished it soon after that final update went live. Nice. Chapter 3. The last update Raft has received. I'm kind of curious to see if Redbeat's going to say something about the status of the console update in November. Because that would be the year anniversary of their last announcement on the console ports. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know if they will or won't. I have no idea as to how that's progressing. But, you know, I'm hoping they say something and tell us how it's going. I feel Raft still has a lot of potential. Oh, it absolutely does. And I've talked about this a lot before, but I think I have half of the video called The Future of Raft is like things I would like to see in the game. And what I would like Raft to progress to. Because again, I also think it has a lot of potential. And that Raft was a game that could have gone a lot further than it necessarily did. I love this game. There's a reason I played it so much. But I still want more. What is that? Scrap. We don't need scrap. We don't need scrap where we're going. Hello, Jeremiah. Yeah, so with this targeted bit of material gathering towards wooden planks, we can usually get a pretty hefty amount in between. And that's kind of what we're looking for. You know, we want those big supplies of things. Plus getting that one fully cooked meal was nice for us. It means I haven't had to worry about food at all since leaving Balboa. And it gives me more time to work on this. Which I'm going to take to my advantage and start cooking down more potatoes as well. After I get rid of the decoration packages that no longer matter. And we can also start cooking down some of our extra, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this, research, learn, and then do I have enough material? I do have enough material to make this, which gets rid of all of that extra, and I can get rid of my cup. So I can do this instead. And that way, if we do get enough to make the better purifier, I have a bottle to use it. Whoopsies. We'll fix that. Okay, I whiffed all of that. It's fine. I don't want to talk about my mistakes. Let's do that. Fantastic. I'm going to do all of my potatoes first. That should give us a nice supply of food. I don't know if that'll be quite enough for the rest of the run, but it should be pretty darn close, or at least significant. We got that. Okay. So we're up to 5 stacks, so we're about halfway there on all of our resources. And then I need another hook, which conveniently I can do like so. I picked it up when it just entered early access, so it was just so cozy. When you started playing, it was easy to lose track of time. Whee! Oh no, this is a very intentional raft layout that uses the least amount of resources, but still is big enough for the receiver to work. There's like 2 different designs that are used by speedrunners. I just want Jeremiah to stop eating the corner. All right, let's go and grab the rest of the materials we need. Again, we are on our way to Caravan Town. I'm just traveling between the two. This is one of the big time parts. Okay, we're about 1,400 meters out. We got this. About 1,400 meters out. Again, I'm keeping plastic so that we can get as many paddles as possible when we reach the end stages of the run. And it's part of the reason I'm going to continue to collect mass amounts of planks, even if, you know, leaves are technically what I need a higher volume of. Because we'll use planks for more than just the paddles themselves. Like keeping this engine nice and fueled. Because we're still a good ways out from Caravan Town. And the more of this I get now, the better. That is pillar, not plane crash. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. So as long as I can get that nice and tall. Let's see, we got 5. And that, if it'll connect, which it doesn't. He's at least eating a half piece now, which thank goodness. Let's take both of these. We can continue to cook down all of our potatoes. Fantastic. Okay, let's check our directionality. So I need to go slightly more this way anyway, so we're just going to go around the island to this direction. Although I might make a pit stop on it to pick up some of the extra watermelons and that kind of thing. I'm also going to eat my mushrooms to get them out of my inventory. Try and conserve that inventory space. Things like this scrap and nail definitely don't need anymore, so they can go bye-bye. We don't need those. Rock, don't need that either. Just focused on what we can actually use at this point. The more water I get, the better off we will be. Fantastic. This is part of the reason it takes so long to do the Caravan to Balboa split, is that there's just a long travel distance between the two. And I'm still going to need to go slightly more this way, which is fine. I want the wheel to even out. There it goes. Fantastic. Gotta get all the way around this island. Now we can point straight towards Caravan again, which we're now substantially closer to. So more this way. It does not like the turning animation very much if you look at how shaky those plants are. Oh, I turned too far. Whoopsies. Okay. Now we are officially floating towards Caravan Town. It should be coming up decently soon here. We already have the correct ramp size for Caravan Town. If I can get just a few more bits of leaves, I will build out. Actually, no, I don't want to build out some of my ramp. Lame. Can I hit this? Survey says probably not. Nope. And that's good. Just keep cooking the potatoes. The more food source we have available to us, the better we will be. Food sources are always good to have abundance of. No matter what kind of game you're playing. Minecraft, doesn't matter. More food source is always better. My dog is making a bed out of my laundry behind me. She's pretty cute. I'm a pretty big fan of her. Alright, let's do this so that even when he destroys one, it takes him longer and it costs me less resources. And more of this fun stuff. Just keep going. I'll take these so that we can do a little bit of this. And then before the next story location after this one is when we need the bathtub. Not that we have anything ready for the bathtub at all. None whatsoever. No bathtub ready to go. It's just a matter of getting everything lined up and ready to go. I believe in us, though. I believe. My engine is still chug-a-lugging along, which we love for it. This is all good. The more stuff we have on hand, the better off we'll just be as a whole, because it'll make our lives easier. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all going for? Alright. We should be about 400 or so meters out from Caravan, which means we should see it spawn in here pretty soon. Okay, we're 600 out. My math was slightly off, but that's okay. Don't worry, I've got plenty of potatoes to my name. I'm not worried about it. Even more wood. We just want to keep all of this continually harvesting until we get to the point when we no longer need them, and that's when we make paddles. That's how that swap works. I'm gonna need to make another hook here as well. Plus more potatoes. Clearly we can never be done cooking potatoes, which I'm not opposed to. Potatoes are useful. And again, more food availability is always better for us. So that's something we're very interested in. Yeah, because if I just take a full stack of planks here, shove it in my engine, after this, that should give me more than enough resources to make the bathtub and the ramp that goes with the bathtub. Let's give this everything that it needs to keep that engine nice and full. Okay. Keep cooking. This. One more. Eat a potato. Drink some water. And we're good to go. This is just the whole process. This is the slow part of the run, which is, it's kind of nice to have this break in the middle, honestly. Oh, there goes Caravan Town. My mom is allergic to potatoes. How could you be allergic to potatoes? That is sad. Imagine an existence without potatoes. I couldn't do that. They're such a great starch. Also, again, we are fully on our way to Caravan Town right now, which is good. Oh, apparently I no longer have room for palm leaves, so let's make sure that we always have room for those. And those stay nice and active. Allie, that is me. Did you just say that potatoes are a great starch? I hate that. No, I did not say that. And I hate the fact that you would think that I would say something like that. You wouldn't mean. We all know that I wouldn't. We all know I would never say something along those lines. No puns allowed. Okay, do I have enough wood in my inventory to make the bathtub? Next important question. First up first, get rid of things that might inhibit me from making said bathtub. Okay, I need a few more planks. And then I can make the bathtub. This is important. Important knowledge. And we can do this. This. I suppose I should use them to do something actually useful first. And then do this. Okay, because I need to start adjusting my ramp towards that angle right there. We don't need the ramp until we don't need the bathtub until Tangaroa. So I'm just going to make sure that this lines up here. Like so. That should all be well and dandy. I have plenty of water on me. We can always make more. Do we think I can hit this crate from up here? Yes, I can. Okay, let's go. So here we go with Caravan Town. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Get rid of that. See, nothing matters now that we have the bathtub. I don't need to pay attention to any more decoration packages. I can just get rid of them. Okay. Gonna get up here. I get out of the pig area. That guy missed. Get wrecked. Up here. And grab the mayor's key through the window. Let's go. Hello, Raft. How's it going? Back this bad boy up. Get him going this way. And around town we go. That's half of Caravan Town done. Caravan Town speed strat is a little dumb, but you know, it works. It works. The controls going backwards still messes me up. Oh yeah, that's because it's a weird control mechanism, but it works. And we'll do that. Okay, that's halfway through, and then we go around the island this way. Like so. Just kind of get all the travel distance. Had to explain it to my friend that joined this weekend. Good luck with that. Good luck explaining anything. Raft is a very illogical game. Again, I love it. I'm quite fond of Raft. But still. I'm gonna pop in all my knuckles. Also, I now have a full safety bottle of water, which is fantastic for us. And several potatoes. I'm gonna eat my tilapia because I'm at the saturation point, so. Here we go. Raft time. It is indeed raft time. Here we go. That all works, and now we get to do the second part of Caravan Town, where we readjust towards Mayor's Tower. Hello, friend. How's it going? That's a lot of emotes. Okay, my guess is we're probably going to be behind this split by about a minute or so. Which I think will work out for us. Okay, I almost died. Oh. Oh. Do you care to share with the class? If not, that's okay. But if you want to share with the class the context for that. I wish there was a button to dump items in the chest so I didn't have to drag and move items. Like, yes. Also, you couldn't hotbind it. Mine is Y. For dumping from inventory to chest. I keep mine fully bound because otherwise I struggle with inventory management. I know you guys would have never guessed that. You know, me and inventory management go hand in hand with each other, clearly. Clearly. I want to go a little bit out. We're almost to the point where I have a complete water bar. Okay, Jeremiah's taking a sacrificial foundation. Love that for him. Alright, gonna swing all the way out, and then we're gonna go back in, aiming straight towards the mayor's office. Here. Want to make sure that ramp is nice and lined up. So then we stop it like here-ish. A little bit more this way. That should work. And then we go up. Then we go up. I had pinched a chest vertebrae that struck a nerve and caused me shortness of breath and excruciating chest pain with every breath. I'm sorry. Add some panic and some hyperventilation and you get what? The symptoms of a heart attack, so I called the wambulance. I'm sorry, friends. That does not sound fun. Alright, that is Caravan Town. Not bad at all. Let's back this up. Okay. Our code for Tangaroa is 1435. 1435. Perfect. Let's get that lined up. I'm ready to go. So far, Big Bird hasn't seen me yet, which I'm not at all opposed to. And then that should be good enough lineup for now. We can adjust as we get closer. Okay, 1,800 meters out. What we're going to do, we're already at the right height for Tangaroa, so we're going to wait until we reach our next dead chunk here. Then we're going to grab stuff and make the bathtub of our dreams. Freaking bird. And I need to get 12 more bonus planks on top of that. Okay. Here we go. We're going to fish from down here for a little bit while Big Bird deals with the Zanger issues. So we'll do this. I've got some food. I'm not worried about it. Hello, Big Bird. Goodbye, Big Bird. Should do like 1 or 2 more cycles before he goes away. That'd be my guess. Learned a few cool medical things though, so that's a W. Hey, we like learning. We'll see, is he coming back? Oh yeah, he is. Okay. Grab this. Get under here. You know the drill. Safety first, kids. Okay, I'm guessing 1 more round of Big Bird. And then we should be free and clear. And here I thought it was a safety second. Nope. Those don't exist in this game. Alright, so let's grab these. Again, just trying to make sure that I have more than enough. Oh yeah, we gotta put on the hat. It's mandatory. Mandatory hat wearing. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Okay, back under here. Back under here. In the meantime, I don't really have that much, so what we can do, importantly, is make our bathtub. We love our bathtub. The bathtub's very important to us on an emotional and spiritual level. So we'll take that, swap it out for this. We'll come up here and make our platform for Tangaroa. Like so, and then we can plop our bathtub right there. Okay, and now we are officially set for Tangaroa as well. In the meantime, what we need to do is we currently have this much. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need about another stack and a half of planks. And I need a couple more stacks of leaves, which is all very doable. Just a matter of gathering everything required. And then we can switch over to paddling. A bathtub with a view. Can't ask for anything more, really. Okay, first up first, again, always make your hook before you run out of resources. Oh, I forgot that my Tangaroa split was completely wrong in this version. Just ignore that. It's fine. We're fine. I forgot that I had broken my splits entirely. I promise we're not actually that far behind. This is a perfectly standard time to be at. Perfect. And again, the great thing about leaves is that they come in those groups of 3 that make it easier to grab more of them at once. We like that for us. And the more planks that I have, the better off we will be in the long run. Let's see, can I make that work? No. There's no way those connect. Unlucky. Next step, always make sure your engine is fueled. And then more materials. When in doubt, more resources. Because again, my ramp is currently exactly 20 things tall. It needs to be 85 for Utopia, which means that I need about 9 stacks or so of leaves and 6 stacks of planks, which is what we are currently working on. I would like to have more than that just as bonus. I will probably build up the ramp here before we even get to Tangaroa, or as we are getting to Varuna, just to have that ready to go. I've never actually seen the end of the game. Well, you will be seeing it here, so if you want to avoid spoilers, I'll let you know as we're approaching the last set of islands, but bear in mind that this is a speedrun and we will be beating the game. So if you want to avoid spoilers, just keep that in mind. Obviously, I love for you to hang around, but I don't want to ruin your own experience of the game. We'll tell you when to close your eyes. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, again, I'd love to have you around. I was realizing that I never played or saw a stream past Tangaroa. Okay. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And this is not the way that you do it in, like, this is not the intended method. This is a speed run, so it is different. But we will be going through all of the rest of the story locations. And I want to grab as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to get myself up a nice 10 or so stacks of leaves as well. And then I'll build this out in stages of 20 just to make counting easier to guarantee that we're on the same page. None of this will apply to any quote-unquote normal player anyways. Exactly. Like, this is not the way you would be doing things if you're playing casually. Although hard is the closest to a casual playthrough because of the fact that you mostly stay on your raft looking for food and water at the same time. You do not do that in normal or hard. Allie's confirmed Hackermans. Yes, I am Hackermans. Thank you very much for playing. And the added benefit here is, of course, that I'm getting bonus planks that I can use to make paddles for the end of the run when we're going to catch up a little bit more in our timeline. So I'm going to build the ramp in between Varuna and Tangaroa, probably. And then from there, we just go full paddle gang. Because we love paddle gang. And that, of course, means I need a decent amount of extra planks. So that's part of the reason we're still gathering resources. And I also want to make sure my engine stays nice and full through this entire thing. Full paddle. We love the paddle. Paddle gang. Okay, 800 meters out from Tangaroa. Just going to do a slight readjust in course. We'll see the golf ball pop up decently soonish. Too paddle, too furious. Precisely. Alright, we're going to do the ramp in sets of 20. Just to make my own life easier so that I don't have to count as much. So we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that'll bring us up to 40. Plus the bathtub, because bathtub is nice. Because this way we can avoid the tedious counting that comes with. Okay, so that's 40. 40 tall. That puts us at halfway of the grand total that the ramp needs to be. Oh, my puppy's snoring. It's so cute. I love it when she snores. It's adorable. Okay, another 20. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What type of pup do you have? She's a miniature schnauzer. Her name is Kel. She's my baby, and I adore her. Okay, 1... I don't have to count, because again, I got the exact right amount of materials. Okay, that brings us up to a full 60. And we should also be seeing the golf ball pretty darn soon here. Although you can do Tangaroa skip, which is when you have 105 ramps. It's not really practical, especially in hard, but you can do it. It does exist. It is a thing. And I have all of this for emergency backup water, so I'm not at all worried about that. Okay, I'm not seeing the golf ball yet, so we still have time to do the last round of ramps, of which I'm actually missing about 6 planks from. So that's good to know. Because we're at currently 60. I want to get 6 more planks just to make sure that I can build up to exactly 80, and then I'll need to do 5 more as we go. Which is just 1 stack of planks and 2.5 stacks of, or a stack and a half of leaves. Or not even, but you know what I mean. It just works. It just works. Okay. So that should put me at 1, and then I need 1 more leaf. Or 1 more plank, excuse me. And that will put us at exactly 80 tall on the ramp. Which is only 5 short of how it needs to be in grand total for our last couple of story islands. So we love that for us. And the golf ball should be very visible very soon now. Okay. So again, I need exactly 5 more ramp pieces, which means that I need 10 leaves and 15 leaves and 10 planks to finish off the very rest of the ramp, plus another 4 planks to make the platform. So 14 planks and 15 leaves brings us to the last of the resources we technically need for the run. And there's the golf ball. We love the golf ball. All right, last hook, or one of the last hooks, I should say. Grab all of this. Again, we're not close enough to the golf ball to warrant going up to the bathtub quite yet. We also want to make sure that all of this stays relevant for us. Alrighty. And obviously all bonus planks go into fueling the engine and making paddles. So we aren't quite done with our resource gathering, but we are a substantial bit of the way there. That goes there, and we'll even do another one over here as our safety piece. Fuel that as much as we can, and eat some of this. And you can see how easy it is to go through tons of planks pretty easily and readily, so we just want to make sure that we're aware of that and blocking it out. Alright, so that is at least the very last of the leaves that I will need throughout this run. We love that for us. And plastic, I have enough to make several paddles, but not quite enough for the end of the run, so we're just going to readjust towards the center of the golf ball here. Make that trajectory nice and smooth. And get ready to get into the bathtub as we get closer to the golf ball, but for now I can keep trying to gather stuff. Because technically you can hook things from all the way up here. The depth perception is a bit weird, but you can do it. And the hook retrieves as soon as it's like vertical to you, so you just do this. And then it hooks to me. And that's how that works. I'm going to get both of these from downtown. You ready? Nice. We're close to the golf ball. The start of the ramp is going through the golf ball now. There it goes. Just for posterity, so we can see how it looks. Very intimidating. Through the golf ball. Alright, we're through, so I no longer care about this. Surprisingly, you don't take fall damage from that. I don't know exactly how far it is, but it's not quite far enough. Get away from me, little robot. I don't need you. Now we come all the way up to the front here. Or because you landed in the grass. New Raft myth. Landing in grass makes you take less fall damage. Then we stretch this back out here, open the door. Whoopsies. Take those for posterity. And this. These are also for posterity. Okay, up we go. Eat some of my food, drink some of my water that I've got on hand. Same thing here, grab these for posterity. 4, 8, 1, 3. Let's go. Take these because it's not going to matter. There goes our bridge. JK, JK, the game isn't that smart. It really isn't. Okay, now we just need to get all the way down here. You ready for the big yeet? Big yeet. Whoop. And then we tilt our camera up to trick the game into thinking we reached the surface of the water faster than we really did. And get over here. All the way over here. Let's go. Then we reach up here. Slide down, grab this. And that is technically Tangaroa. What is our code? 4980. 4980 is our code here. All right. Again, my splits apparently got messed up here, so I'm not concerned about them. We're fine. And I got a biofuel. Nice. Let's go. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. None of that matters. We're going to get rid of the glass at this point. It's not going to help us. Yep. Okay, all this looks good. All this looks good. Back to the raft. 4980. Put that backwards. 4, 9, 8. 0 is this away. Flop that back. And we're pretty much on target here. Good enough. About 1,800 or so meters away. Pretty close. Then we can work on refueling our water bottle, as well as cooking the rest of our food. And we're going to let that run all the way out. Then we're going to use our biofuel there. Okay, and I got the ramp all the way up to 80, did I not? I'm pretty sure I did. So then I need to do the additional 5. So let's take these and what we've currently got. Yep, looks like 80 high. It does. I'm pretty sure I did the 80 high. I'm like 95% certain. Okay, so then from here we do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And the last 2 pieces that we need there. And that is the rest of the ramp. So the ramp is officially ready to go for the rest of the run. Which is fantastic because that means everything else I get goes into fueling the engines, cooking food, and making paddles. If I had slightly more food available to me, I would do something a little bit different here, but because I don't, we're going to do this a little bit more old-fashioned. And then let's do this. Okay, so that's going. I have an idea that I'm going to test. We'll see whether or not it comes back to bite me. It might. Or it might help. But I'm going to go ahead and make myself a fishing rod as soon as I get the required resources, which will be very fast here because I no longer have anything else that I'm saving wood for. And I've got that biofuel to account for a full tank worth of stuff. So we love that for me. Grab all this. We're going to try and get ourselves a little bit of extra food ready and extra paddles for the very last stage of the game. But again, I have an idea here that I want to make work. Well, time for me to get some sleep. Happy speed running. Hope you make it. Run is looking great. Yep. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's grab these. Nice. Again, bonus wood is great for me here. Fantastic. And then one more beat. Keep that nice and full. Okay, let's grab our fishing rod. You know what? I've got more than enough to do that. Not concerned about it. And I can make my paddles without qualm. Nice. I don't like raw salmon, but it's okay. Just want to try and get all of this going for me. Because again, tilapia, mackerel, those are good fish for us to have on hand here. Especially again, if I can fill up this water bottle for myself. We'll do that. Eat these. Which we love. Keep cooking it until I'm satisfied. My engine just ran out of fuel, so we're going to use this biofuel that we got, because that's when it's most efficient for us. We're about 1,300 meters out from Varuna. The raw salmon, which is not the most helpful. But we got this. Alright, come on. Hurry up, game. Again, I don't like the raw salmon unless I can make a grill. I don't know if I have enough to make an advanced grill. I might. Let's see. I don't have 2 metal ingots. That's unlucky. Alright. If I had 2 metal ingots, I would have done it. But I don't. Because I want that food availability. But I will take the mackerel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to dump everything else that we no longer need strictly in our inventory in here. Clear that out a little bit, make our lives easier. At the same time, we're just trying to process everything that we have on hand right now. Getting close to Varuna. We're working on it. Nice, another tilapia. That's good. That's good for us. You guys are going to see why I'm focusing on fish right now and after we finish Varuna. Because I've got an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. We might end up throwing this run away. But it's a risk that I am willing to take, and therefore you're coming with me. And I want to get nice and close to Varuna here. Trying to make sure we keep that food availability. If I can get bonus planks while doing this, that'd be even better for me. We love adventure. We do love adventure. And if it goes horribly wrong, then it goes horribly wrong, and that's it. I got my ramp. I'm ready to go. All right, from here, while we're just cooking, I am going to paddle some. Better to try and to fail than to not try at all. Precisely. That's what I'm going for. We'll see if it was worth the gamble. Varuna is going to be a really fast location. You're going to see why. Varuna Point does not take much energy to speedrun at all. You could easily do this casually if you were willing to pay attention. But it is fun in the speedrun context, so. We just want to make sure that we're getting these fish down on the grill. They will be very important to my next idea. If I can help my raft get there, then that's what we're going to do. Also need to keep gathering a little bit of planks, make sure that our engine stays full. All right. We've got this. I believe. Whoops. Oh, Jeremiah took that piece. That's a bit unlucky. Okay. 700 meters out. Not bad. Let's get readjusted slightly. I think we're more or less well enough aligned that I can at least start on what I want to do. And that is go up here. Get ourselves out front of the raft. Which we can do pretty easily based on the massive ramp that we have built for ourselves. And try and get ourselves over to Varuna Point. As long as I'm at the very front of the trash stream, Jeremiah should have no chance of aggroing on me here. And I can use the ramp as kind of like a compass to make sure that I'm staying more or less aligned. Because there are bits of trash spawning on me, but they are close to the edge of me and not very worrisome. And I have... Oh, Varuna just spawned. That's what that lag spike was. There's Varuna. I see it. So we're going to go for that second tower there. If I can do this and get Temperance to spawn ever so slightly close to me, that will be worth it. So we just need to get all the way over here. This is the fun bit. This is when we just run on water, trying to get to where we're trying to go as fast as possible. I believe. I believe. We've got this. All the way through. And then down we go. Up. One more time. Oh. Okay, then we're through. Down here. And up and around. Up here. And that leads us into the code room. We can grab that. That is the end of Varuna Point. And then it's just as easy as coming out right here. Getting out through these doors and unstucking back to our raft to have finished out this story island. So our code for Temperance is 9389. 9389. 9389. Thank you. I appreciate it when you guys put it down for me. Unfortunately, the only thing we can't do is fish from the water. Gonna get rid of that. We don't need it. Unstuck. Back to the raft. Yes. 9, 3, 8, 9, and of course it is this way. So that has the added benefit of making Temperance spawn slightly closer to us, which is something we like. That's good for us. So we're really going to try and rush this now. We want to make sure that we're getting our fish nice and cooked. And also working on our water availability again. I'm going to wait until I've got that mackerel cooked as well. Both the one up there and the one in my inventory. And then we're going to do the same thing, but with Temperance, where I'm going to try and get ahead of my raft and just swim for it. Because I'm in a unique situation where I've finished off what I need for my ramp. As long as I can keep that going and get like a stack of planks ready for my engine afterwards, we're floating with the direction of the wind right now. So if I can just get enough prepared at this point, I'm going to put down my sail as well to make things a bit easier on my raft. There comes Jeremiah. We're just going to go this way, point our sail straight ahead. I want to get this all nice and ready so that when it comes push to shove, I can just run towards Utopia at the very end. Do that. Drink this. And again, trying to make sure that I get a nice stack of wood available to myself at the very end of this run. Because my raft should continue on towards Tangaroa, but I will get there way before, or not towards Tangaroa, towards Temperance, but I will get there way before it does. And that's something I want to try and avoid, is like running out of stuff for my engine as we're on that final push. So if I can get myself one extra paddle here or two, and then a full stack of planks as that mackerel finishes cooking, that's going to put me in a good place. And all I need is this little bit of wood here to make one more paddle, and then I've got those 17 planks left waiting in my thing for me. That mackerel just finished, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this, swap it out for the potato, and then that's good. Throw that in there, and I've got a good amount of food and water ready to go with me. Okay, just one more hook here. It's faster to make the plastic hook, so we do these. We grab just a couple more of these bad boys. Because if the wave direction is helping us here, then I don't want to waste any of that on this. Okay. I really just need 3 more planks or so to feel confident in leaving my raft. And I've got those 3 planks. Okay, so there we go. That is that. We've got food, we've got water. We should be ready to go. We are in a straight, I want to make sure we're on a straight trajectory with Temperance. So slightly more this way. Just keep that going. Okay, straight ahead. Let's go. We're off towards Temperance. I'm going to get nice and ahead of my raft. Make sure that I'm ahead of that trash stream so that Jeremiah can't aggro on me. And the good news is Temperance is pretty darn big, so it's pretty easy to find. But we're basically just going to set ourselves straight ahead and work our way towards that island. All right. This is the fun bit. Where hopefully, if I play my cards right, I've got enough food and water to make it through this entire island. And then we can just do Temperance clip, get ourselves through there, and head straight towards Utopia. That's kind of what I'm hoping on. We'll see if it works. We'll see how many times it takes me to get Temperance clip. It's always a bit iffy. I think it just loaded. That's what that spike was. Again, Temperance is pretty darn big, so even if I don't end up where I normally would end up, it's decently easy to get on top of the landmass, and then from there you can do the location with some amount of ease. I'm not going to say it's easy to navigate because it can be a bit confusing, but still. Depending on what part you enter from, you know, you go get the snowmobile, you go to the observatory. But of course, we got to get there first. And that's what this fun part is. It's just swimming and hoping for the best. I'm going to wait, like I always do, to eat my fish until I'm at that critical point of my hunger, because Raft's craving system makes total sense. This game makes total sense. Everything is coded in a way that is immediately intuitive and obvious to its users. Uh-huh. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But until then, this is just a lot of swimming. And I'm seeing icebergs, which sparks confidence, because that means we're getting nice and close to the island. There we go. That's our first fish down. I've got 2 more on me, and I've got a full water bottle. There's the island. Fantastic. Totally logical 100% of the time. Exactly. I'm so glad you get it. All right. So this way we're significantly ahead of where our raft would be at this point, and we didn't use all of the resources associated with paddling. So we like that for us. Come on. Come on, game, behave. The reason we do this is that it's because it's always faster to run than it is to swim. And so basically we're tricking the game into thinking we're spending more time above water than we really are. And it's giving us the run speed instead of the swim speed. That's why we do this obnoxious dolphin jumping thing. I gotta find a section that's short enough for me to get on. That works. Okay. And we are officially on Temperance. I see a snowmobile crate right here. That's fantastic. We're gonna go straight for that, go get ourselves on a snowmobile. And I still have 2 fish to my name and a mostly full bottle of water. So we love that for us. All right. Now we play the fun game of where am I? I think I know where I am in relation to the observatory, so I'm gonna do it this way. Is it quicker to be jumping on the ice? Ice is one of the weird parts where there is technically true momentum. So yes and no. And then I'm gonna leave this snowmobile right here. And we jump over this, go around this side. There goes that hole. Over the top, all the way up, and force that door to open for us. You'll love to see it. Up we go. And then force this to open for us. There we go. Just have to line it up until it gives you what you want. Jump all the way back down here. Grab a bit of extra stuff. See if it'll help us, which it did. I'll take that. Again, I still have plenty of food and water on me. Avoid that polar bear. And over to the reactor we go. Whee! Which this is just easy. You know, you just go straight for the reactor. Let's see if I can get the true launch this time. I love it when I can get the true launch. And survey says... most of it. Okay. Let's see. Then we do this. Walk into this corner. Third person. Use the key. Eat. And drink as the door goes down. Put ourselves back in first person. Here we go. Make sure we're centered and running at the wall. And then save and exit. Load world. This one. No. Yes. Let's go. Okay. And through the door. Oh, it spawned me on the other side. We need to try again. I don't know why it's telling me I can make engine controls. I don't think I picked up the blueprint. Okay, so we're on the side of the door. And then main menu. Nobody can join. Try again. Attempt 2. Okay, here we go. Then just running towards the side here. There we go. Through the floor. There we go. That is Temperance. And our code is 7621. 7621. Seven, 6, 2, 1 is our code for Utopia. We're on our way. 7, 6, 2, 1. Seven, 6, 2, 1, and it is this away. Grab this. Full stack in here, like we said we were gonna do. Too far, too much zest. Get rid of this. Too much zest this way. And then... Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Straighten out. Perfect, about 2,000 meters or so. I was gonna troll stick that comment, but then I realized I'm not a mod here. Eventually I do need to mod you. You do enough work for my channel. Alright, paddle time, baby. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bathtub into our inventory, make sure we have that on us and ready to go. Alright, get rid of the build hammer, machete, we no longer need those. Clear out things we don't need anymore. Like so. Now we do this, paddles, bathtub, food, and water. Okay, we're good. And then, again, keep that going. And then paddle gang time. Make sure that we stay nice. A little low. You have no power here. Yeah, little Lord of the Rings reference. New collective noun, a gang of paddles. I accept this definition, this new collective noun. In case people are new here and don't know, I love collective nouns. I don't know what it is about collective nouns, but I find them super enjoyable. And therefore people will reference collective nouns around me because I love them. So that's just a thing. I just love collective nouns. I think they're fun. My favorite, one of the ones that I reference all the time when I play this game, is a smack of jellies. Because it is a smack of jellies, is their collective noun. Or an implausibility of wildebeest. I think that one's pretty funny. An implausibility of wildebeest. It's just good. It's just good. An implausibility of Bigfoots. Yep. I mean, again, there are some that are really pretty, like an exaltation of larks. I really like that one. I think it's beautiful. Or a murmuration of starlings. Those I really enjoy. They make me happy. And I can continue to do this. And we'll swap out our baked potato as well. Eat our mackerel. Just make sure that we've got enough food to finish out the rest of this run, which we should. Okay. We got this. We're pressing W. Things are working. Now we just gotta go all the way towards Utopia. It's fun. I think I need one more plank to make one more paddle. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Yoink. Oh, freaking chest got in the way. Yoink. And we got it. Let's go. Plus bonus food. Bonus food is good. This way I'm not at risk of everything falling apart underneath me. Now we're just going straight ahead. Straight towards Utopia. Paddle gang all the way. I know that I have more than enough plastic and ropes and that kind of stuff stored away, so... Just a matter of having excess planks. And if I continue to do that, then we'll be fine, I think. I hope. I believe in us. I believe. I'm just vibing now. My brain has been working so hard recently, you know, and when I was trying to finish my master's degree, my master's thesis, that now everything is just like, yay, the hard part is over, I can relax. Which, no relaxing, this is a speedrun, we go fast, but also, it's nice. And plus, we're just paddling right now, you know? My brain can dilly-dally a little bit. It's been working hard recently. There we go, that's enough for 2 more paddles. I'll check it at the end of this paddle, see how far away we are. I think we're on a pretty decent pace, personally. We'll see if the facts back me up. They should. They should. Plus, we've got the bathtub, so obviously this run was going to succeed, right? We have the bathtub. The most important bit of any run. And then add that to the collection, do that. Jeremiah's going to take that piece next. Love that for him. That's why I can't have anything nice in this world. How far are we? About 1,000 meters, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Means there's only one more piece to go. Can you paddle from the top of a engine. Does that work? No, so I do need to keep that last piece. Okay, good to know. Good to know. What we're gonna do then is we're gonna use our last 2 pieces of wood here to do this. Then as we get closer, right, and we pick up 4 more pieces of wood, then I'll make 1 more paddle. Yes, this is a plan. This is a plan. Is it a good plan? Debatable. But it is a plan, nonetheless. Alright, and that can keep cooking. Do this. And then we may as well just eat all of it. Okay, we have 1 plank. 3 to go. 3 planks to go. That's 2. 2 planks. 2 planks to go. I'll just take this. If it gives me double, then bonus. It didn't. Not bonus. Alright, and then plus these 2 gives me enough to make 1 more paddle. We like paddles. Plus, we're just holding W right now as I go through all of my paddling. So fast. So furious. My dog has made herself a bed in my laundry. She's very cute. But sometimes I question her motives. Wee. Oh, I think I'm starting to see the starts of Utopia. I think I'm seeing it. So I'm going to start paddling this way to help us line up with the building that we actually want to go to. I'm going to make 1 more paddle after this. The engine's going to run out very soon. So we're going to add 2 more pieces of wood to it. That should help us get the rest of the way that we need. I'd like to get a couple more pieces of wood here. Just to go straight into the engine. And then this. And I can pretty much just drink the water at this point. What's it gonna do? And that works. Okay, I just need a little bit more wood. Please, so that my engine isn't so desperate. Jeremiah, you're not helping. Because I really want to make this paddle, but I know that I need that wood just in case to keep my engine going. I would rather have the engine. If I run up here... Oh, that is not quite what I meant to do. This might be a bit precarious. Option why no give plank, because it don't like. It don't like me. Okay. And then as long as I get back on here, we're fine. So as long as I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, then that should be more than enough to keep me going for the rest of this time. I should be totally fine. And I think I'm honestly lined up pretty darn well for the end of this run. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I've got my bathtub. We're going all the way up. Are you on world record pace? Yes, we are. What fitting name for you right now, old man in a tub. What a fitting name for you. We are on world record pace. Because keep in mind, I'm comparing to my times from normal. So in hard, this is a good pace. Let's keep going. We're so close. We want to go this way. Perfect time to come in with that name. Absolutely the perfect time to come in with that name. I want to make sure that I'm nice and lined up, and I am. So I'm going to take that, place the bathtub, and then we'll do this in cinematic mode just to make it more fun. Here we come. Here we come. The bathtub. It waits for no man. Will you ever do a no glitch speedrun? In Raft, that's kind of hard, considering most of Raft is glitches. Here we go. Here we go. All the way through. I don't know what's low. Okay, less cinematic mode. Eat the raw beat. Let's go. Come on, I just want to be fast here. Come on, Olaf. Grab the key. And down we go. There we go. And time. That's it. That's it. That's a new world record, baby. By about 10 minutes, too.